So, Japan. Land of the strange and home of the questionable comics known as manga, which I so happen to be quite the big fan of. So when Bookwalker, a company that publishes online manga and visual novels, contacted me asking me if I'd be willing to make an audiobook based on one of their not-so-well-known titles, of course, I was sold. So the video that you are about to watch is the story, the behind-the-scenes, just like this, if you will, of the process of how I created this extremely questionable piece of art that no doubt will come to haunt me at some point in my life. So, without further ado, let's start from day one. The beginning of this whole process. Alright, it is day one on the Yaoi production train. I just got a text this morning informing me that I did indeed have the green light to do this project. So yes, we're doing this legally, baby. So the manga they have given us is Under One Roof with the Beast. I know you guys love it because it was the most sold book using the damn coupon code CDawg. That's why I asked for it. So what I quickly did is I know that I'm going to need voice actors other than myself in this project. So I've quickly thrown together a quick casting call, as you can see on screen right now. And we're going to be hopefully, finding some amazing voice actors. Basically, this is a very straightforward casting call. I just give a bit of information on the project and what we're making. I also just detail things that I want and don't want. For example, I don't want a 12-year-old voicing in my Yaoi Not Safe for Work project, as that's illegal. So yeah, and then also obviously I'm looking for male voices because all we have is male characters, and extra information you might want as a voice actor when you're looking at a project. Are you getting paid? How quickly do you need the lines? That kind of stuff. I also give information on if you're recording, how I want you to send me the files, as I want this to be easy for me. And now the most important bread and butter of the project, the character information sheet. This gives any information you would want as a voice actor as to how to do the lines or how to approach them. Important character traits like are they shy? Are they happy? Are they confident? What kind of tone I'm looking for, as well as the pay for that specific character. And then obviously I've chosen 3 different lines, which I think give me enough variety in that character specifically, so that I can hopefully choose the best voice actor for that character. I don't actually have anybody in mind. Normally, I'll have a friend or two who I can go to, but this project, I'm completely shooting in the dark, and hopefully we get someone spicy. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna spread this thing like the plague. We're gonna make sure this gets everywhere, so as many people who would be interested in this can see it. And hopefully I get enough different voice actors where I am spoilt for choice on quality. So without further ado, let's share this around. And let's tweet. Boom, there we go. Honestly, I have no idea how this project is gonna go. I have a feeling we're gonna hit a lot of walls, but I'm hoping we get something spicy at the end for you guys to listen to. We are on the 20th of February at the moment, and the next thing we're going to be doing is getting the script together. Obviously, in the manga, it's all written out, but we want to make it as easy as possible for the voice actors to just do their lines and have them very clear and concise, and also give them a little bit of direction. So we're going to be making the script next. And then hopefully we'll have our voice actors and we can cast this bad boy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully the next time you guys will see me on screen, we will be casting our voice actors and we'll get to listen to all their auditions. And yeah, so that'll be fun. What is up, my beautiful weebs? It has been 4 days since we have posted our casting call. A few updates before we begin going through auditions. I wasn't told that I could exactly tell people about this project, so I did get a little scary message from Bookwalker, just being like, hey Connor, I nearly did a big fuck up, and I wasn't exactly told I could make a public casting call, but we did it anyway, and it's going okay. We're still here. We still got the green light, so that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, yeah, so it's been 4 days and the deadlines for the auditions have closed and we have about 30 auditions, which is fantastic. I didn't want more than 50, really, because that's a lot of people to listen to. But yeah, no, I think a lot of people would have expected a ton more. But yeah, I made the criteria very strict on purpose so that we could only get people who, 1, were over 18, and 2, had the quality and the know-how to deliver the results that we're kind of looking for here. So yeah, we're just gonna go through all the auditions today. And today we're going to be casting and hopefully arranging recording sessions, and that's what we'll do next.
Daigo, I was already going to move out anyway, and if you're looking for a room, isn't it a perfect situation for the both of us? You don't have to pay rent.
Okay, that was Yeah, there was things that I really liked about his voice, and there was things that I really didn't like. But I think if, he had a bit of direction, that we could definitely work with that. Interesting start. All right, Ben. I've worked with Ben before. Benimetrix on the channel. He's done Isaiah voice very often for me. I'm excited to see what you do, Ben.
I said no! There's no way I can tell Jin my feelings even if I practice like this. Why do you have to be mean with the same face as Jin? So terrible.
Good.
I wish I had just kissed Jin instead. Why did it have to be Shin? I kissed him, didn't I?
Okay. Ben, I wasn't sold on the first line, but the second two, very much so. But that's fine, and nothing a bit of direction can't fix, you know what I mean?
I said no! There's no way I can tell Jin my feelings, even if I practice like this. Why do you have to be so mean? With the same face as Jin. So terrible.
Ooh, okay,
I wish I'd kissed Jin instead. Why did it have to be Shin? I kissed him, didn't I?
Okay, that's not bad.
I wish I had kissed Jin instead. Why did it have to be Shin? Kiss. I kissed him. Didn't I?
Yeah, okay. I imagine there's going to be people watching this who are like, Connor, why didn't you cast X person? They did such a better job. And welcome to, voice acting, right? Everyone chooses their own thing. Everyone has a preferred kind of voice they would want to hear. But as the person in charge of the project, I got to try and get this to sound the way I want it to sound. Sometimes someone might be technically better, but they might not be what you're looking for in a certain role. So it is a bit of a minefield. And that's why a lot of people get upset with casting announcements, because they're always like, well, that's not who I wanted it to be. And I wanted it to be this guy. So I feel like that may happen here. I also don't think anyone has done a cast session or going through auditions on YouTube. So this might be a bit alien to people, and also might make people think I'm kind of harsh or something. I don't know. I really don't know. I just know I'm worried about people getting upset, but fuck them. It's my fucking project. Fuck you.
Being an only child with both my parents working.
Let's see that.
Being an only child with both my parents working during long breaks. The Fukumachi.
That quality is not good enough at all. That sounds like a toaster.
Being an only child with both my parents working, during long breaks, the Fukumachi family took me in.
Okay, that's pretty good. Very good, actually.
I said no! There's no way I could tell Jin my feelings, even if I practice like this. Why do you have to be mean with the same face as Jin? So terrible.
He's got a good voice. He's got a really good voice. I'm really worried though, because listen to this in the start. Listen to the background noise.
I said no!
You hear that? That really distinct reverb. That's a big sign that I should be worried, because I can't have, the apex emotional line not land because it echoes. I'm gonna put no for now, but he did a fucking good audition. I'll give him that. If you are watching this, my friend, you did a fucking good job. I'm not certain.
Being an only child with both my parents working during long breaks, the Fukumachi family took me in.
It's not bad, but I can't get the fucking Fiverr video out of my head.
I said no! There's no way I can tell Jin my feelings, even if I practice like this! Why do you have to be mean with the same face as Jin? So terrible! I wish I had kissed Jin instead. Why did it have to be Shin? Kiss. I kissed him.
Oh, yo, okay. I'm gonna be honest with you, anime boyfriend. I didn't like the first delivery, but you fucking hit it out of the park with the second there. That was good. I'm gonna give you a maybe now, because I think with a little direction, if it comes to it, I could get you there.
Daigo, I was already gonna move out anyway.
Ooh.
And if you're looking for a room, isn't it a perfect situation for the both of us? You don't have to pay rent.
I think he has the perfect tone going on, actually. I think he has a great voice for it, actually. I think this is the most suitable Jin voice we've heard. But I think the delivery isn't quite there. But I think we can maybe fix that. Let's hear another line from him.
What are you two doing? Don't friggin' get lovey-dovey in my house.
That was good. I like that. Because I'm going to be voicing Shin. And I have quite a deep voice. So we need it to kind of match that almost. Because he is my twin. I don't think his voice is going to fit Daigo, though, unless he can magically make it higher without sounding too anime.
Being an only child with both my parents working.
Yeah.
During long breaks, the Fukamachi...
Yeah, that voice just doesn't work for Daigo.
I said no! There's no way I can tell Jin my feelings, even if I practice like this.
He's a fantastic actor, though.
I say no! There is no way I can tell Jin my feelings, and if I practice like this.
Being an only child with both my parents working during long breaks, the Fukamachi family took me in.
That was the best line 1 delivery we've had today.
I said no. There's no way I can tell Jin my feelings, even if I practice like this. Why do you have to be mean with the same face as Jin?
The level of emotion wasn't quite there. I really needed him to go in on that, because he nailed the first line, the kind of, nervously revealing information about yourself. But the second line, he didn't really... Because that's the hardest line to hit in the entire script, which is why I put it in the audition. I wanted to see who could hit that level of emotion, because then every other subsequent level of emotion should be not as difficult. Okay. I need to pee first. That's what I'm going to do. So, be me. Having the stress of the camera filming you while you try and make an important decision. It's not so fun. I want my cake and I also want to eat it, and that is the problem here, is that I need to decide who sounds the best and who I think that I can work with the easiest. On one hand, the actor may deliver the line flawlessly, but isn't quite the sound you are hoping for. And on the other, another actor may deliver the line meh, but have the perfect sound for what you want. Do I go with the person who is clearly more confident with this line but isn't quite the right sound, or do I go with the actor who is the perfect sound for the character but not quite the right delivery? Sometimes you just have to say fuck it, bite the bullet, and hope you made the right choice, and that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Jin is going to be difficult because Daigo is very anime sounding, very, I suppose, vulnerable sounding, whereas Jin more so, he's just a normal guy. And normally that's more difficult than trying to do someone who's, out there.
Daigo, I was already gonna move out anyway. And if you're looking for a room, isn't it a perfect situation for the both of us? You don't have to pay rent.
Okay, I like that.
Daigo, I was already gonna move out anyway. And if you're looking for a room, isn't it a perfect situation for the both of us? You don't have to pay rent.
See, Sebastian nails the emotion of Jin quite perfectly, I would say. But I don't think the sound is quite right for Jin, and it kills me to say that.
Daigo, I was already going to move out anyway. And if you're looking for a room, isn't it a perfect situation for the both of us? You don't have to pay rent. Daigo, I was already going to move out anyway. And if you're looking...
He has the perfect voice for Jin, I think. Like, that tone and warmness to his microphone is fantastic, and it really suits Jin. Because Jin's the kind of the Sakura brother. So whereas I might sound more mysterious as Shin, Jin will sound naturally, more protective, like an older brother would be. Whereas I'm the kind of asshole. Oh my god, this is hard. Why? Why has it got to be like this? Why it got to be like this, Chief? All right, we're going to give the role to Ryan. Ryan H. I'm going to decide who's going to be Daigo. Damn, this is difficult. Let me listen to Ben's. I don't really dig Ben's first line.
Being an only child with both my parents working. During long breaks, the Fukamachi family took me in. Why do you have to be mean with the same faces?
He gets the quiver, which is... I don't think anyone else got quite got the quiver that I wanted. Knowing that he can do that is a huge plus. So right now, I am kind of siding with going with Ben. Listen to Anime Boyfriend one more time.
I said no! There's no way I can tell Jin my feelings, even if I practice like this! Why do you have to be mean with the same face as Jin? So terrible!
I think his second line is fantastic, and it really is better than the first. And at the end of that line, you can really hear him getting to the end of like his emotional rope, And that's what that line should be. And he does it really well. And I think he does an emotional journey better than Ben does. For example, let me go to it.
I said no! There's no way I can tell Jin my feelings even if I practice like this. Why do you have to be mean with the same face as Jin? So terrible.
If Ben did the so terrible part just a little bit better than Anime Boyfriend, I think that would have sold it for me. But overall, I do think Ben's audition is stronger than Anime Boyfriend, only because I think Ben naturally sounds more of the kind of, uke that we're going for here, the kind of bottom character, if you will. Oh, it's so hard. Fuck, this is hard, man. This is really fucking hard. I'm listening to both their third line.
Yes. I kissed him, didn't I?
Kiss. I kissed him, didn't I?
Okay, I've made my decision. I'm gonna go with Ben, because I think Ben can nail this role. I think with a tiny bit of direction, when I get on call with him, I can make sure we get these lines exactly right, because the second line and the third line he does is just amazing. And his audio quality is fantastic. I honestly, just a great job overall. Anime Boyfriend did an amazing job as well, but I think Ben just a little bit more so did it for me. So we're going to give this role to Ben, I think. So the next step now is to get on Skype with them, record all their lines, and then I need to record all my lines, and then we can start the post-production, which is going to be the bitch side of this thing. Wow, that took a long time, but I'm quite happy with the voices that we got in the end. I hope this gave some of you an insight, and also hope some of you don't hate me for my decisions. I'm kind of nervous about this, but I'm hoping I made the right choices, and hopefully we'll get some fantastic sounding boys on board, and we will have a project that this just sounds amazing. I'm excited to get started on the recording process. That's when I'll see you guys next, so we'll talk to you guys then in a few days when we start doing all that. Awesome, thank you. Right. Ryan, do you want to introduce yourself first?
Sure. Hey there. I'm Ryan. My online handle is ActorsAllusion. I'm an American-based queer voice actor. As far as what you may or may not have heard me in, I've done a couple of boys love visual novels. Oh, wow. A long time ago, I was a couple of minor roles in the independent game Apotheon. I haven't done a whole lot, actually.
Wow, awesome. I mean, congrats, man. That's awesome. Damn, see, you got more experience in me than this stuff, so.
Maybe a little bit. I know you do a lot of.
Yeah, I read a lot of it.
you do a lot of, I think, cold reads on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I just go for it. I give the worst voices. Right. So yeah, basically, Jin and Shin are twins, and I'm not gonna lie. This visual novel has not visual novel. This manga has a questionable plot, I want to say. So yeah, so the main plot for at least the chapter we're in is that Shin and Jin are twins, and so the first scene, they discuss Jin, which is you obviously, you're moving out, and they're kind of discussing who's gonna, I suppose, obviously because Shin at this point is aware that Daigo is in love with Jin. All these names are really confusing as well. Shin, Jin, goddamn. And they look exactly the goddamn same. Yeah, and I mean, it gets weirder in a little bit. You'll see.
Try me.
So I guess I guess we can just get on with it whenever you want to, really.
So just want me to take a whack at it?
Just take a whack at it and we'll see what happens.
All right. I was going to get some help looking for a place to live since college is starting in spring, but...
Okay. That's pretty good. Try a little more nonchalant.
Okay.
So I actually have zero complaints with this recording session. Ryan did a fantastic job at bringing Jin to life. And especially in a project like this, where Jin is kind of the straight man to everyone else's absurdity and everyone else's kind of intense anime vibes, it can be very difficult to find a voice that sounds believable in this situation when everything else around him is completely absurd. He nailed pretty much every take I threw at him, and there weren't that many, thankfully, so it wasn't too long. It was about a 40-50 minute recording session overall, which is perfect. That's not long at all. And because we weren't under any time constraints, when Ryan did nail a line, I would ask him to do it in a few different ways, just to get a bit of variety, because he was first to record, and I didn't actually know how this was going to sound 100% in my head, so I did want as much variety as possible from him, and thankfully Ryan was able to deliver on pretty much everything that I wanted. So thank you, Ryan. This recording session was fantastic. All right. Well, I think we're done then, aren't we?
Awesome.
Well, I mean, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
If you want to, feel free to shout out what you have going on, where they can find you, the people. Let them know.
Yeah, sure. The easiest place to find me would probably be on Twitter at Hoyle Ryan. That's where you can mostly find me posting about things, usually about how Japanese RPGs should have more gay in them.
They should.
No, seriously. Like every 2 weeks, I go on a rant about that. And I'm also trying to get off the ground just sort of podcast series called Level Grinding and Wasted Hours, where I basically talk about that exact thing, about queer tropes in role-playing games. So,
well, I mean, all the links will be in the description, so if anyone wants to follow you, they can do so. Thank you so much for being our Jin. I can't thank you enough. It's been awesome, man.
You're very, very welcome.
All right, it's the 26th of Feb, and yeah, we're making good progress on the Yaoi dub. I'm just a little worried at the moment, really. I don't really... I want this to be good, you know? I really want this to come out the way that I'm hoping it is going to. And I know that I have the ability to do it. It's just sometimes you just wonder, you know, can you actually deliver on what you know you can? Which sounds horrible to say. I just recorded the lines last night with Jin. I'm probably going to record my lines tomorrow or tonight. They probably won't be the final lines because I'll probably end up hating a line that I do and I'll probably want to change it. But the project's going pretty well so far. I'm just really stressed out. It's rare that I have to work on quite a big project and also maintain videos for the channel. I think that's one thing I'm kind of not happy about this whole thing, is that I'm spending nearly all of my time working on this dub, that I feel like some of my videos lately are probably not going to be as good as my normal stuff. But, you know, it's how it is, you know. I can only spend so much time on certain projects, and I want this Yaoi thing to be great. And I am sinking a lot of time into it. I'm just stressed. I'm going insane. I'm just dreading the audio mixing process that I've got to do, which I'll probably start this weekend. Because I've got to make all my sound effects if I can't find one that's good. I'm really nervous how this is going to come out. Hopefully this video isn't boring as well. I don't know, man. I'm happy either way. We've made decent progress on it so far, and I like where it is going. I'm just worried about like everything. So, my weebs. Let me pull my microphone out for a moment. Today we're going to be recording my lines for the project. I normally record all my serious voiceover lines in here. I normally throw a duvet over my head or a blanket to help the soundproofing, as I don't have a studio in my house. That is a dream, which is not now. So today I'm going to be recording it without the duvet, and hopefully it doesn't sound as bad as, I suppose, if I was sitting at my desk. First off, if you're ever recording anything, I highly recommend tea. Tea is amazing. Also, I hope you guys like my mug. Tea and honey are just fantastic for voiceover. If you are planning to do a lot of voiceover, make sure you drink plenty of tea, plenty of honey. If you're shouting especially, you're going to need a ton of honey. Drink plenty of water. Don't eat any dairy products before you're about to record, because it'll make you really phlegmy. And yeah, don't fuck it up. So I'm here in my typical cozy, I don't give a fuck outfit, and we're going to record my lines. For Shin. Let's just record our lines then, bitches. Why are you always talking about Jin? Daigoro, you have me, don't you? So, funny enough, the thing about my recording session is that I completely fucked it up. A lot of the lines I did end up using, actually, but I missed at least 4 or 5, 6, I don't know how many lines, but when I started editing the audio, I realized that I did miss quite a lot of lines, and I ended up redoing about half of them. I think the pressure of the camera was a little daunting and whatnot, because I haven't recorded lines with the camera on me before, which is kind of odd. But in the end, I did have a lot of fun, and I felt that I did Shin justice. And that's it. We're done for now. I have a feeling that some of those lines weren't good enough. I think when we get to the final mix, we will know. But for now, I feel like we did a decent job. We nailed the lines that mattered. I'm probably going to have to go back and do 1 or 2. I know 1 or 2 I wasn't quite happy with, but I want to tackle it with a fresh mind, where I know when I know I can do it. But overall, pretty good sesh. For now, good sesh. Good day. I've done so much fucking work today. I'm ready to die. I don't know about you guys. I'm about ready to die. Ben, introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, my name is Ben, and I am a voice actor who, that's it, yeah. I'm a voice actor, hi.
We've worked together before, haven't we? On some videos, way back.
Yeah, way back when I remember trying to find a certain blonde-haired bartender. Trash.
Yeah, man, when I saw your audition, I was like, damn, he's Ben. And then, yeah, no, you just nailed it, honestly.
This contains mature content.
Indeed it does. You're gonna get your nipples sucked today.
Oh. Well, I'm prepared for that.
Don't worry, that's as far as it goes, don't worry.
I'm totally prepared to have...
Full on.
Them full on.
Okay, well, no need, but...
Sure. I mean, I can take off my shirt if you want me to.
When you do the lines, you must be shirtless. Just method acting, come on.
Yeah, that's how I get into character.
Alright, okay. We should probably get a move on, because otherwise we're gonna be here all fucking day. Alright. So, essentially, Daigo is, if you don't know, is in love with Jin, who is the older brother.
Right.
I am playing Shin, and Shin is aware that you, Daigo, are in love with Jin, and Shin and Jin are twins, but Shin loves Daigo. So imagine you were hopelessly in love with someone. That's the kind of character that Daigo is, and he's clearly not very experienced in the art of courtship.
Sure.
So I guess we'll just go from the start. So the first line is, "Huh, what do you mean I can use Jin's room?"
Huh? What do you mean I can use Jin's room?
Okay. Yeah, that was good. I would say, I like that. That was a good start. I would do the huh off guard like you did, like the huh? And then try and compose yourself mid-line. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you're trying to get your footing back, like, oh shit, like, you know. Let's see how it sounds.
Yep.
Huh? What do you mean I can use Jin's room?
Ah, yes, the recording session with Ben. This was a very long recording session, about 3 hours plus, I think. And Ben, for the most part, nailed the majority of his lines. Ben, by every means, is a fantastic actor and would most definitely nail this role. However, I don't think that Ben could have got the lines the way I wanted them unless I was on Skype right there to direct him towards the takes that I needed. Being able to hear the way Ben would do the line and then kind of nudge him in the direction I wanted him to go was extremely useful, and through being able to direct Ben, we got some fantastic lines that I am so happy with, and Ben absolutely knocked it out of the park.
Whose fault is that? Jin is seriously the frickin' worst!
Oh, that's a wrap. Ben, you've been fantastic. Feel free to shout out all your social medias or whatever you want to promote. Let people know where they can find you.
Yeah, my YouTube channel is Benimetrix. You can probably find it if you search it up. It's a little bit hard.
It'll be in the description as well.
But, yeah, it'll be in the description, so definitely check that out if you really enjoyed my performance and stuff like that. I appreciate all of you for watching. And, you can follow me on Twitter at Benimetrix as well, and maybe check out my Instagram if you want to.
Thank you for joining me, Ben. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, definitely. I only felt like dying like maybe 3 session.
Only 3? I was going for 10, but I mean, okay, I'll take. No, you did good. You did good. Really, really fucking good job, dude. I nailed it.
All right, thank you so much.
Hi, it's me in my room. We have a problem. I fucked up. More importantly, not me. Someone else fucked up, but it's my fuck up now. I have to deal with it. As you guys may know, yesterday we recorded with Daigo, and it went really well. We had really good lines with fantastic delivery. There was just a little problem that happened when I opened up the audio. Let me show you what I mean for a moment. Right, so I don't know how many of you guys have audio edited in your life, but it ain't fun. Essentially, this audio here is too quiet. So this is me normal talking. This is my audio. That wave is pretty healthy. It's a pretty good volume. This is Daigo's line. This is him shouting, and this is him normal talking. Now this is one of his talking lines. what you'll notice is that you can't actually see anything. But if I play audio, so there is actually audio coming out of it. And the same thing again with this line here. The audio is really quiet. That's a shouting line. Quiet, normal. And the problem is, and I don't like that this is a problem to begin with. I'm sure there's some of you who are thinking like, Connor, just turn it up, turn the volume up. Can't really do that because it'll make the audio sound pretty terrible. And if you do boost audio noticeably, it'll bring out some stuff in the audio that's probably not good, like background noise, or maybe there's a click, a tiny bit, but when you amplify it, it amplifies it all. That's why when you do record, you want to make sure you're getting essentially as loud as the microphone can take, possibly comfortably. Because that way, if you have to turn it down, you're not really losing anything. But if you turn up volume, you're going to lose things, and that's not what you want. So yeah, this is a pretty big problem. And what I've done is I've kindly asked Ben Daigo to re-record all his lines ASAP and send them to me so that we can get this thing rolling, because our deadline for the actual audiobook first draft is March 5th. It is March 1st now. God, I wish there was 30 days in February. I really do, because I'm kind of getting stressed out at the moment. This is proving to be quite annoying. So yeah, hopefully I get those lines today and we can get back on the audio mixing and hopefully get this thing done soon, because I'm freaking out. It is day whatever the fuck day we're on. Ben gave me his fixed lines, so I have lines that I can use now. So all I need to do now is start the audio editing process and finally, hopefully, start putting this thing together in a way that is listenable. I hope. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Is it also weird every different angle in my room? You guys are just seeing like every angle in my room possible. So we're gonna start putting this thing together and hopefully we'll have something soon. The next time you guys will see me is when I'm done editing this thing and I'm giving my opinion on stuff. So we'll see how that goes. I hope it goes okay. I don't know. Yo, okay, hello. Alright, so it is the 3rd of March today, and I sent the first draft. No, it's not, what? Alright, it's the 5th of March. It's the deadline for the first draft of the Yaoi dub, and thankfully, I sent it off in time. I actually sent it 2 days ago. And the person who had a quick listen to it seemed pretty happy, so I don't know. The only person who's listened to it other than myself is my editor, Evan, and he seemed pretty happy with it as well. But yeah, no, I spent about 4 or 5 days straight editing this thing. I would wake up, edit, go to sleep, go back. And it's difficult because it's not one of those things that you can just kind of like power through. I spent about 4 days editing it entirely, and it was bit frustrating because sometimes when you're editing videos or editing anything, you know exactly what you need to do and where you need to do it, so you can just kind of like power through and go through it without any issue. Not this. There was a lot of times where I had to like reconsider if what I was doing was right, and then if how certain things I would do in the start of the editing process would maybe affect how they would in the later part. And it's very easy once you start editing something for one mistake to turn into 100 little mistakes if you're not careful. And I definitely nearly fucked up a ton, especially with the panning of the audio. But it was something that I really wanted to do because I really felt like it deserved it. But I really fucking hope we get a yes, because I'm very burnt out right now. Yesterday I was gonna do work and gonna edit another video, but I was just so like worn out from editing non-stop. I would wake up every morning and just work on it until I went to bed. I didn't really talk to anyone. Just did that for 4 days straight, trying to get this fucking thing done. Because this deadline is insane, and I was arguably a little too ambitious on the project. But I'm just praying. I'm praying that this went well, and I'm dreading anything that might come next. I'm really excited about this whole thing, but I want the stress gone in my life. I don't want to be stressed, okay? I want to be happy. I want to go to bed, read manga, wake up, and do my videos that nobody cares about. People do care about it, but you know what I mean? It's just I'm only invested in the videos, making them. But when you're making something for someone else, it's like, shit, what if like the person who wrote the manga like thinks I'm an idiot and they hate it? What am I gonna do? Finally! Yes! Bookwalker has approved our audiobook. So we're good. So we're finally done with this damn audiobook. When I finished the audiobook, I crashed for like 2 days. Like, I didn't really do anything productive, and it's kind of annoying, but I think I also spent like all my mental energy and stress on this audiobook. This has been a big project. One that I'm glad that I did, but oh my god, it has been stressful. But I'm just glad that it's over. I'm glad that it's good, and I just hope. I'm worrying now. We've got to see if people like it. That's the final part. And the part that we won't get to film. We'll just have to read the comments. So, if you do want to get your hands on this exclusive audiobook that is only available for 2 weeks from the release of this video, you can do so by buying the first chapter of Under One Roof with the Beast, link in the description down below. If you've never used Bookwalker before, or you're making a new account, you can get 600 coins off by using the coupon code CDawg, and that is the way that you can monetarily support the creation of this. I haven't been paid to do this, and I've paid everything out of my own pocket, so the only way I'm going to get paid is if you guys use the code. So yeah, you can do that, but no pressure. I wanted to do this anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching this gigantically long video. Don't tell me I don't spoil you guys, because I know I do. I have no idea how I managed to keep uploading videos whilst making this. This has been... If you do want to see more lengthy content in future, please do let me know down below. This has been fun, and I want to kind of dabble in doing more long-term projects, or projects that take a lot more time and are worth the wait. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, really. I wouldn't have been able to do this, one, without Evan, first of all. Evan, you're a hero. Second of all, Bookwalker. If Bookwalker didn't believe in my strangeness, we wouldn't be here today. So thank you so much, Bookwalker, for letting me meme the hell out of you for the past months. Yeah, that's about it, really. I've just memed the hell out of you, and I really appreciate it that you guys have no complaints with me doing that. And then you just gave me this cool project to do, so thank you. Thank you. So, without further ado, my weebs, I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I am out of here.
See? Just say that you love me.
No!
I'll let go of you if you say it.
I said no! There's no way I can tell Jin my feelings even if I practice like this. Why do you have to be mean with the same face as Jin? So terrible.
Because I love you.
Huh? What? He just said... love.